Hello, everybody. And today, finally, I have Glenda with me today from Friends Helping Friends. And a lot of you might have seen Glenda on Kitchen Talks podcast with Dean Kenny. And that is where I'd know Glenda years, but I didn't realise what she was dealing with in town on our own streets of Dublin. And it's made me physically sick.
Cry.
Yeah, and cry and angry and fuming to see what is actually going on. So Glenda, tell us about Friends Helping Friends.
So we are a soup run. We've been going out for 2 nights a week for the last 6 years, but at the moment we're only managing one because the regulator is up my arse. He's trying to shut me down. I'm having awful problems, donations, raising money, stuff like that. So at the moment we're out 1 night a week. We feed probably 300 people though on that night.
Yeah. Now, what I don't understand is why the regulator is carrying on this way, and the simple conclusion that I've come to is that you're making a show of the government.
That would be my conclusion. So last year we had an issue with the HSE. They came in, they tried to shut us down. They gave us regulations that were nearly impossible to follow. So I could either fight it or I could either stop. So I decided I was going to fight it. I got in touch with media, loads of different people, and we all came together and we fought it and we won. Now we do have to follow some guidelines, which I'm perfectly fine with. I mean, I don't want to kill anyone with food poisoning, so I'm okay following those rules. Yeah. But they didn't succeed to shut us down, and then the regulator came along. So they want me to register as a charity or a business, whichever I want. With that comes a whole booklet full of rules that I will never be able to follow. Yeah. So that's the way that they
want you to do that and take a wage for yourself, which was you refused to do because it was never. And I would kind of think the same way as you, in the way that if they have money to do that, why are they not contributing themselves to this soup run? And to be fair, you cook every meal yourself. 300 meals going out on a Tuesday night. And when Glenda told me about this, even the bowls that they use for mammies and daddies and kids to take their food, they would have been, you would have gotten away with cardboard ones a couple of years ago. But the embarrassment that is going on for these mammies with their kids as well, they've had to upgrade, we'll say, to like a plastic bowl or whatever, just so that they can take them away and not have to stand on the streets of Dublin eating their food and their children sitting eating it.
So we've had instances of mammies coming back and saying that they're getting into trouble and threatened with Tulsa for having their children out after 8 o'clock late at night having a dinner. So they're coming at us every which way.
Well, I can tell you what, on the road, on my road, you look out at 9:30, 10 o'clock at night and there's kids running around the street.
Absolutely.
It's absolutely laughable.
It's not ideal for children to be coming down to a soup run, and when I pull up they say, oh, the cod lady's here. I mean, that's not ideal for any child. No. But it's necessary for mammies, and a lot of people would say to me, like, well, they get social welfare, Glenda, or, why are they coming down? They need fresh vegetables, they need good, decent dinners. They can't live on takeaways. A lot of the homeless accommodation don't have access to a kitchen. What do they do? What do they do?
I was the same way. I was like, but if they're getting a payment, how are they not able to? But like you say, in a lot of the accommodations that they're living in, there's no cooking facilities, and you cannot, like you said on the other podcast, you can't feed your kids out of McDonald's. And even if you could afford to, they're not getting what they would need, like nutritional value or whatever.
No, it's people can be quite black and white, but when you sit down and have a little think about it, you go, she's right. Yeah. They don't want to be down at my soup run getting bowls of coddle for their kids, but they have no choice. Yeah. They don't have any choice.
And it's so sad. So also with the regulator, they are putting everything in place to stop you from getting donations, right? So what I would say is, if anybody is in a position to donate, Glenda can't take donations. However, she can take a gift voucher for Butchers or gift vouchers for shops, Lidl, Aldi, anywhere. So if
or treats,
treats,
rough sleepers, cereal bars, stuff like that. Yeah. Because we do have a huge amount of rough sleepers as well at the moment. Sleeping bags, tents, always on the bag for them. Yeah. They want me to stop. I won't be stopping.
No, absolutely not.
Absolutely never.
No.
Not gonna happen.
And if anybody is in a position to help, you can contact Glenda, even if it's only a voucher for €5, €2. It all counts, like, because even the bowls that we're talking about, it's 46 and odd euro just for the bowls.
Yeah.
Before you buy a slice of bread. So, and that is absolutely disgraceful. So you do this in town, is it at Trinity?
Trinity College, Bank of Ireland there, Trinity College on a Tuesday.
And the only reason that you can only do the one night a week rather than the two is because of
I just can't.
because the donations are not there. So I would think if it helps as well, I am in the barbers here in Ballymun. Any donations, gift cards, food, anything like that, Glenda is around the corner. So if you can't get a hold of Glenda, drop it into me. You can drop it into me and I will give it on to Glenda. I'm going to come into the super room with Glenda on Tuesday because I want to highlight this. And as I said to Glenda last week, it infuriates me the fact that if there's a riot in town this evening, the world and their mother is going to be in there recording on their mobile phones, and I do not understand why this is not common knowledge all over the place. Like I know you a long time, Glenda, and I didn't know how serious this was until I watched it on the other podcast 2 weeks ago.
People come in, they get an awful fright, and they go, "Oh my God, well, all the people, what?" And I've had people come in and they'd cry, and they're like, "Jesus Christ, Glenda, didn't realise it's as bad."
Yeah.
As you say it is, because I am a little bit of a drama queen. So, I could exaggerate slightly sometimes. But they'd be like, yeah. But they'd be like, Jesus Christ, it's fucking bad.
Yeah.
It's off the wall bad, like.
It's heartbreaking. And, like, aside from parents trying to look after their kids. And
humans on the street absolutely fighting to survive.
Yeah.
Old men.
And teenagers.
Teenagers, that's another shit show. And I get no support. I get no advice from anyone. I have to go looking for it.
Yeah.
But I do. I mean, at the moment, we have a huge issue with young men and women in prostitution.
Yeah.
Huge.
I couldn't believe it when I was listening to it.
That's still ongoing at the moment.
I'm so glad that you did that podcast because I wouldn't
Go
have known
Dean.
how severe it was. And Dean's brilliant.
Dean's a volunteer now.
Is he?
Yeah, so Dean came in and he was like, I'll come in and give you a hand and, I'll see what it's like. And I said, yeah, you'll keep coming back. And he's like, no, I won't. He does.
Yeah.
He does.
I know I'm going to be in tears. Like, a few times. I know I will.
It's the old man would break your heart because that's sad. But young people coming in, and once they're on that wheel, and it's very, very difficult for them to get back off it again.
I can imagine how bad it is. I can just imagine it.
Yeah.
But I have to say, Glenda, fair fucking play to you because.
Do you know what though? Like when they're talking about it, even now, I'm going, Jesus Christ, that sounds very depressing. The laugh we have in that sick one.
Yeah.
The buzz we have. I would be super strict. I would always say that's that gentleman's dinner, that's that lady's dinner. I'm super strict about respect.
Yeah.
Give them respect. We might be the only person in that day that is nice to that person.
Yeah.
And they never get shouted at. I've no security. There's no security on my super one. We don't need it.
Yeah.
Because we respect them and they respect us.
Yeah.
There's never any trouble. There's nothing but banter. At the stick I get about 44 marriage proposals a night, but it's a good place to be. Well, marriage proposals.
You never know.
Might not be single forever.
Glenda, it's absolutely brilliant. It's amazing what you do, and you're giving out up until recently it was 2 nights a week. But when you're doing even just the Tuesdays now, you're flat out from morning till night cooking.
It breaks me heart to think of them, another night that we're gone. But I just think if I can do one good night, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Things will look up.
And you say also as well, if you help one person or make one person smile.
So that's my motto. Our little Helen, a lady that's in there, she'll kill me. She gave out to me already for saying it, but she would be older than me.
Yeah.
She'd be an older lady.
So she's about 21, yeah?
About 22, she's 25. So when you go in and see the crowd, sometimes you can go, oh, good fuck, how are we going to... You'll be serving food and you look up and the crowd is just... It can be mental. And she said, Glenda, are we making a difference? Are we? And I said, I'm going to tell you something. If one person walks away from here feeling like somebody gives a fuck about them, our job is done.
Yeah.
And it stays with her.
Yeah.
Helen is an absolute... my volunteers are the best in the world. I have the best team. They're 6 years with me.
Yeah.
They're absolutely amazing. They're just great. Like, I'm so lucky. But that stays with her. If we just help one. So that's all we have to do.
Yeah.
But I know we do.
Yeah.
I know the difference we make.
Absolutely.
They tell us.
Yeah.
And you know, and then they've saying now, God help them, they'll be like, won't you be here next week? Now won't you be, because they know what's going on with the regulator. So they'll be like, aren't you going to come next week? Aren't you?
Terrified that they're going to arrive up on Tuesday and you're not there.
And that's why I can't. So last Tuesday we had 0.
Yeah.
We had no money in the butchers, no money anywhere, and I'd had my hands. I was like, what am I going to fucking do? And I put it on Facebook. Now I was a bit shit and put it on Facebook because, again, the regulator.
Yeah.
And I was blown away.
Yeah.
I was absolutely bawled my eyes out, and we got in, and I was like, lads, you have no idea how hard it was to get here tonight, but here we are.
Yeah.
Here we are doing our do.
And fair fucking play to you. And
Not fair play to me. It's not fair play to me. I'm just the mad ma with the big mouth.
Yeah.
That's all I am.
Yeah.
I'm the mad L one with the big mouth and the pot. I have the best team around me and I have great support. I do, and I'm very, very, very grateful for that.
Yeah.
But no, it's certainly not me.
Well, I think you're brilliant. So I want, if people don't mind, do keep an eye on what's happening. Follow their friends, Helping Friends page. If you can give any donations whatsoever. Again, she can't take cash, but she can take food, vouchers from shops, all the rest of it, butchers, whatever. Yeah. And again, contact Glenda or Friends Helping Friends or myself, and we can collect, or you can drop off donations, whatever. But every little helps. If it's only €2 from each person, that's going to feed a lot of people. Absolutely. So we'll leave it for now, but Tuesday, what I'm going to do is I'll actually go live in there. Yeah. And people can see in real time what's happening. And for the simple reason being, I think it might just hit people a little bit more, because at the time of it going live will be about 8 o'clock when your super run starts. And that's the time the people are snuggling their kids at home in their warm houses, while with their kids at their full bellies, putting their kids to bed. And I think that is just the right time for people to see how lucky they have it compared to others. So Glenda, thank you very much.